cash flowpreneurs. Hi, cash flow bosses. But that's what I want to get into. I want to get into today in this live session the three things that I would tell my younger self when I got started in business, the three things to stay top of mind as I develop my business. And also, I want to talk a little bit about myself. Here because I was talking to a group of entrepreneurs the other day, and we were talking about the things that go wrong in our business. And there's so many things that happen, so many things that don't work our way. And usually, we have this vision of success, and we have this vision of what could be our journey when we start. We have a vision, we have a dream, we're super excited, we're super pumped. And then things start to happen that deviate us from that path. And I believe that a lot of people see success in a straight line. Here I am today, and that's where I'm going, and this is what I need to do to get there. But turns out that the way is messy, it's bumpy, it's up and down, it has a lot of curves, it has a lot of U-turns. You go back and forth. There's a lot of things that take place when we want to get to a certain point. And there's a lot of things that need to change within you inside to get different results. And I think that's one of the most important things that I could ever tell any entrepreneur, or I could tell myself time and time again, because sometimes, even though we're doing the same things over and over again, at one point they won't give us the same results anymore. And the reason is because we are at a different level in our lives, in our businesses, as a person, in human, being a human. And so those things that used to work for us no longer work. It's just like when we are in an exercise routine or a fitness routine, and we do the same exercises over and over again, and we eat the same foods. That will work up to a certain point, but don't we always hit a plateau where our bodies are like, okay, this is it. This is how far this strategy will take you. We have to reinvent ourselves over and over and over again every time we hit that plateau. Creating with you. But I do think it's important that you guys understand where I come from, that you guys understand my background, that you guys understand what is my focus and how I can help you create the business that you will love, the business that you dreamt of when you open it up, when you open up those doors, when you launch that website, when you launch that product or service that you currently have. And so I want to be there for you to assist you. So who am I? I am Michelle Paez. I am from Barranquilla, Colombia, a beautiful city, a colorful city, an amazing, happy, passionate city in Colombia, in South America. We are known for our rich culture. We are, very happy people. We love to party, and we celebrate the Carnaval every year around this time, actually February, January, and it's the second largest carnival in the whole entire world. I mean, that's awesome. That just talks about what kind of people we are. But entrepreneurship is also largely encouraged. Most of the people that I know, a lot of people that I know, a lot of people in Barranquilla, they have their own businesses going on. They do things on their own. These are people who are passionate about what they do. They are driven, they're committed, and they're just very, very creative. And so I'm so proud to be part of this amazing city in Colombia. We are in the coast, so we also have beautiful beaches around us, and it's just a beautiful city. So if you're ever in Colombia and you decide to visit, Barranquilla can be one of those places that you would like to go see, especially during Carnavales. You will have a blast. So I moved here to the United States when I was only 14 years old, and a few months later I turned 15. So I was almost 15 years old when I moved here. And I started working when I was about 16 years old, and I found an awesome job in a dance studio where I actually spent 7 years of my life in dance studio. And it was my passion at the time. Towards the end of it, I wanted to own my own studio. I knew the business. I still know this business, even though I've never danced professionally. I was the manager of the studio. I loved the business. I loved everything it stood for. And so I became so committed to this business that I would literally spend every single day of my life in here. It became my passion. It became something that I wanted to do, but it also became something that I wanted to have on my own. And then at one point it hit me. I was never going to be the owner of this dance studio. And if I ever wanted to open a dance studio, it would be just a very, very hard endeavor to do, right? So that's when I had to make the decision. Do I want to quit this job and open a dance studio? Or do I want to quit this job and what am I going to do with my life? Ultimately, I'm never going to be the owner of this dance studio. So I have to quit this job that I love and that is giving me steady income. It's not the amount of income I wanted, but it was steady income, and it was giving me opportunities and fulfilling my life in ways that I cannot describe. But I also knew that I was never going to own it. So I wanted to pursue and own, and own my own business. And so at that time, I did what was totally insane after researching different avenues. My dad's always been an entrepreneur and business owner. And so I considered taking over his business, but it wasn't what drove me. It wasn't something that I felt passionate about. And in this search, I found real estate with my husband today. At the time, we were just dating. We found real estate, and that completely changed our mind. So I went from being a dance studio manager, where everything is always, pink and purple and bright, and lots of glitter, lots of sparkle, lots of smiles, lots of, positive energy, lots of creativity and art going on, to being a real estate investor. Starting as a real estate investor, where think the do you think the vibe is totally different? It absolutely is. And so I came into a very manly dominated business, knowing nothing, no money, no credit, no experience. But that did not stop me. I was a woman among lots of alpha men, and I was a woman that I did, very young at that time. I was in my early 20s, and my English has never been my first language. So I've always struggled with that, trying to be, Colombian, and then but I'm in America, so I need to learn English, but I also want to speak Spanish the right way. So all of these things kept giving me the story that real estate might not be my thing. But it was something that I was really driven towards. It was something that, I was really passionate about. So I pursued it anyways. I leaned into my fears. I leaned into all of the stories that I made to myself. And I said, I can conquer this if I really commit myself, if I really study this business. I know that I can make it because I have the energy to do it and I have nothing to lose. At that point in my life, I was in my early 20s, guys. I was not married. I did not have as many responsibilities as I have today, right? I didn't have a daughter. And so I said, I have nothing to lose. I might as well put all of my eggs in here and focus on that. And guys, that was my vehicle. Over the years, I've been in real estate now for 9 years. I started as a wholesaler. I went on to doing some flips. My husband and I own lots of real estate rentals. We're opening up a new market in Detroit. I mean, things just evolve and evolve and evolve. But three things that I know I wished I knew when I started my business, I'm going to share with you in a minute. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it's not easy to get started. It's not easy to continue in your business when things hit a plateau, when your energy is not the same as when you started, when things are just not going as easy as you wished they were. Things will get hard and things will get messy, but it's up to you to keep going and just go through the hurdles and move on, move forward, right? So what are three things I want you to think today? What are three things that you think you would tell your younger self when you got started in your business, right? After all the experience you've had, what are three things that you would want to know when you got started in the first place? Real estate has always been my passion ever since I discovered it, and it just pumps me up. Right now, I'm taking a course in real estate because you always have to evolve with the market. You always have to stay current, right? So I'm taking a course. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I can tell you guys, when I am in this course, I'm in the front of my seat. I am that annoying student that asks questions all the time. My heart just goes like this. Like, it proves to me time and time again how much I love and how much of a passion it is for me to learn and stay active in real estate. But my hard work today is to help and empower and inspire and motivate and support entrepreneurs in their own dream of becoming financially free through their own vehicle. For years and years, I taught people how to get started in real estate, and I taught people about investing in real estate and what a great vehicle it was. But I also found out that there are other entrepreneurs that have zero interest about real estate, and that's totally fine. But I still want to help them get to that dream where their businesses, move on their own without the entrepreneur having to be present, where they're creating a constant cash flow of money that allows them to grow and grow every single month, where they have steady income coming on, when they pay themselves first. Guys, as entrepreneurs, how many times do we pay all of our employees? We pay our bills, we pay the marketing budget or whatever budgets we have in place, but cannot afford to pay ourselves, right? So we want you to pay yourself first. So my hard work is to help entrepreneurs make that dream come true by learning about sales, by learning about marketing tactics, not only in social media and staying present on the media, but also outbound marketing where you're actually meeting people face to face, belly to belly. That is so important. That is not lost, guys. That is still very much something that you can tap onto and very, very profitable. But so many of us are just focused on being in front of the computer, social media, and emails, and that's all we're doing right now. And we can see lots of people not being able to do what they used to do before, and so we get frustrated, we get sad, unmotivated, and slowly but surely we start to move towards other things when our business is what actually drives us and it's our passion. Going back to where I started, what would be three things that I would tell my younger self before starting my current business? Would be number one, it is never going to be perfect. Whatever I'm planning, it's probably not going to come out the way that I wanted, but I can still look for the results that I want. What's important is to get those results that you're looking for. It will never be perfect. We cannot wait for it to be perfect. We cannot wait for it to be, something that it actually makes sense. It cannot be pretty. Success is messy, success is bumpy, success is unperfect, but it is perfect in its own unperfect way, right? So it'll never be perfect. Just keep moving forward. Don't stop. Keep talking to your mentors. Keep talking to the people around you that will support you, and stay away from the people that won't support you. And that's number one. Number two, stay in constant evolution of your market, the way you deliver your business, the way that you do your business. Stay in constant evolution of your education, of your business, of your product, of your service. Being in such a market that evolves all the time, that is real estate, I've learned time and time again that if I stay still, I will not be able to succeed. I will actually move backwards in my business. So you have to stay in constant evolution of what your beliefs are and how do you do your business, because if you don't, you will start to die, and that is a guarantee, especially in today's world where evolution is such an important factor in everybody's lives, guys. Can you tell me that you do the same stuff, the same routine 10 years ago that you do today for your business? No, there's so much that we manage now from our phones. When 10 years ago, we would manage it from our PCs, and 10 years even before, we would manage it from planners like these, right? So your business does evolve, and the way you do things does evolve, and it's your responsibility to be in constant evolution. And that is something that I would tell my younger self. And number three, find your tribe. Find your support system. Find those people that will propel you to the next level. Find your tribe. Find people that can support you, empower you, and that can really, really be an asset to your business, because that is imperative. I remember when I started my business and I was in front of my computer. I used to live with my parents. I had a tiny, tiny desk. I wish I had taken a picture back then. It was like the most small desk you can ever think of. And I had a laptop right on top of it that I bought with student loans. Yes, that's how I got started. And it was so lonely. It was so lonely. I had no idea what to do, how to get started. And so I remember those days, and I never want any entrepreneur to feel lonely ever, because that really just makes it sad and disappointing and all those things that we don't want to fall into, right? So having the right tribe, having the right community is so essential. All right, guys, it's time for me to go right now. Thank you so much for sticking around. For the new ones, again, welcome. I introduced myself. I told you a little bit about me. I would love to know about you. Where are you tuning in from? Are you loving this? Let me know what kind of questions you have, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 10:30, right here on the Cash Flow Talk. Let me know what struggles you're going through or what things you would like me to talk about so that we can make this group, this Facebook page, the best it's ever been. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye bye.